Um, just did a video about guns. First of all, owning a gun is not for everybody, but the more people own guns and are mature about using guns, the better. Guns are not for everybody, but the more people that are gun owners and mature about being gun owners and knowing how to use the guns at the right time and in the right place, the better off we are. Okay. And I believe that gun owners should be trained. You know what I'm saying? I believe that people should, I know some gun owners who get together with, their armed friends that are cops and security officers, and they go out to the shooting range and they learn how to use their tool. I know people who go into the woods to practice. I know people like myself who um used to be in a situation where I had to carry a gun as part of my career. Okay. Um, and I can tell you right now something about being strapped. I've seen people who are coming home from work who are authorized to carry a weapon. They're open carry, and they have to use their gun on their job. So, depending on who you work for, you don't have to lock your gun up when you leave your job. You're allowed to be open carry, depending on what state and what situation. There's people here in Pittsburgh that walk around with a gun strapped to their side. There's people that work in the nightclubs that are open carry. You can get on any bus, any train, open carry. Everybody knows you're armed. Ain't nobody gonna bother you. And these kids out here that are attacking people, okay? These kids out here attacking people, these crazies out here, abusing these women, and you name it. You know what the syndicate is. You know how it goes, okay? Um, you know how this works. They're not going after nobody that they think. They're not going after nobody that's strapped. And they're not going after nobody that they know is armed. You can go, I know stories, there are stories about young teenage kids who were carrying a gun because they were attacked by gangs. And they were going to school, and, you know, the gangs were always looking for a fight after school. The gangs were following them around town. Okay. They started carrying a gun up under their shirt. I've heard stories of guys that grew up like this. I've sat down in restaurants with old men who told me they've been carrying a gun since they were 14 years old. Now, am I trying to say that a kid should be carrying a gun at 14? No, I'm saying at 14 years old, this kid's been carrying a gun since he's 14 years old. Okay, it saved his life. This kid pulled a gun on his first gun situation. This kid pulled a gun on his. Hello. Pause this. Somebody accidentally dialed my number. Somebody that's in my phone history, and didn't realize they were calling me. But anyway, I've known kids, 14 years old. First time he shot a gun, he was 14 years old. He shot his mom's boyfriend because his mom's boyfriend was abusing his mom. He was slapping him around, slapping his little sister around, shot his mom's boyfriend. He saved his mom's life. Okay. And because of that and the gangs at school and all that stuff, he went, and when they took his gun, which that gun was registered to his dad. When his mom and his dad split up, his dad left his gun there like a dummy, and his kid was able to get to it. Shame on everybody. But the kid, the boy's dad taught him right about guns. That boy made sure he hid that gun from his mom's boyfriend. And when the time was right, he took the loser out. Matter of fact, he didn't even kill him, but he shot him. Okay, they took the gun off of him. Okay, he went and bought another gun, saved up some money, and bought another gun. He was carrying a gun in high school every day. Nobody knew it. Okay, the gangs would um, get in his face, and he pulled the gun on him and said, "Look here, today's not your day." Okay, it went viral around the neighborhood that he was armed. He was the young one, he was, you know, little Dookie, whatever his name was armed. I've heard these stories over and over again by different countless granddaddies, okay, who actually lived this life. Nobody wanted to mess with them because they were armed and they know that they ain't afraid to shoot somebody. Okay, sure. Some people are dumb. They might decide to, uh, you know, grab their gun one day, and I don't know what happened to his brain, but he just grabbed his gun one day and went out there and started forcing women by pulling the gun on them, pulling women in corners and raping them at the Mac machine, pointing the gun at them at the Mac machine, running in, dark hallway bathrooms and raping women that are stupid enough to go to the bathroom in the dark hallway where ain't nobody home. You know what I'm saying? He doing all kinds of crazy things with that gun until he got arrested. And I admit, how are the criminals getting the guns if law abiding citizens stop deciding to be law abiding citizens one day and started selling guns under the table? That's something we need to talk about. You don't just get me all the shot. Oh, that's it. That's it. That shooting that happened in Texas, we're going to go take the guns off of these Republicans that own guns. That's retarded. That's retarded. Okay? That's retarded. That's retarded. It really is. That's retarded. How does a woman? This is why we own guns. Because whether you're a youngin, whether you're a woman, okay, or whether you're an MMA fighter or whatever, 90% of the time when someone attacks you, he's either bigger than you, tougher than you. If it's a woman, it's a man. Women don't get attacked by women that much unless these women are in gangs. Okay? Let me turn my oven off. Women aren't getting attacked by women. They're getting attacked by men twice their size. When I got attacked by 3 dudes at one time. Not one, 3. Forget that stuff you see on TV. Okay? You think you're going to kung fu 3 guys coming at you. Okay? All right. Yeah, you might kung fu them, but you're going to live your body for the rest of your life is going to tell the story. This eye is smaller than this eye. I got to live like this for the rest of my life. Okay? Um, but it looks like I'm still healing though, because the healing process, the doctor told me it was over, but it looks like it's still healing. It looks like it came out. It's popping forward a little bit. But anyway, forget that stuff you see on TV. You ain't gonna go out there and kung fu nobody. Okay? And you're whether you're a dude or a woman. Some dude break in your house. You don't know what he wants. You don't know if you can beat him or not. He's not there because of some game y'all playing online. Okay, that has all kinds of laws and policies to it. No, you don't know this dude, and you don't know what's going to happen. Whatever happens could be the death of you. It could be you losing everything you own. It could be you being put in some kind of scam or whatever. And like I said, every time you shoot an individual that would harm you, you took out an individual, okay, that um you took out an individual that was going to harm somebody else. He thought he was going to harm you and then just go to the next person. Or harm whoever was around you and just go to the next person. Harm whoever was around you and then get you too. Every time somebody gets shot. See, I had a guy just too long ago. Me and him was talking on the phone last week, matter of fact. I had this guy, he showed me all the time. He got shot 3 times. It's crazy that he lived to tell it, but he got shot 3 times. He got stabbed twice. He got shot 3 times and stabbed twice. Messing with people in his younger years. Okay? Even though he got shot 3 times, he said, "Oh boy, you don't want to get shot." Now, the 3rd time he got shot, one out of the 3 times he got shot, one of them times he was innocent because somebody just spelled the whole situation wrong, and it was his right to be there, and they took it the wrong way and they shot him. But the other 2 times was his fault. Okay, and I think it was the 2nd time he got shot where he was trying to be sneaky. He didn't know that there was anybody there that had a gun. And he was trying to be sneaky. And I think it had something to do with a woman and her new boyfriend or something like that. New boyfriend shot him or something like that. But the girl broke up with him. So what you running up on her boyfriend gonna do? Okay, but who knows what he would have did to the new boyfriend? You know what I mean? From what I hear from him, he had nothing but hate for the guy. So he's gonna tear him up, put some scars on him that would have been there for life. Okay. Um, Even kids getting shot, and I'm not talking about kids. I'm talking about teenagers. These ones that are out here on the street doing crime, especially the ones that are old enough to be tried as adults. Okay. When you shoot one of these little, you know, I have a name for them that ain't very holy. When you shoot one of these little brats, okay, you do it not just for you, you're doing it for the community. Because when that black woman comes out there and says, "Oh, my baby! Oh, my baby! He shot my baby! Oh, he shot my baby!" Go to all these mothers out here who got a kid that got shot and see if they didn't get on the job then. The other two kids ain't out there at 2 a.m. in the morning doing whatever the hell they want to do. The other two kids ain't out on the street unless they ran away from home. You want to talk about a mother that's about to risk her life beating the crap out of her son? Go to a mother who lost a son. Trust me, I go to church with women like this. They telling everybody they was a good mother. Well, if you're a good mother, why's your child out there at 2 a.m. in the morning robbing people? Why's your child out there at 4 a.m. in the morning? Why is he in jail at 4 a.m. in the morning? Why are the police picking him up at 4 a.m. in the morning if you're a good mother? Oh, once she lost the son, here. There was a woman, a good friend of mine. She's dead now. She just died probably right before the pandemic, I believe. No, actually, she died right before my wife and I divorced. What am I talking about? She died right around the time my wife and I divorced. Right after our divorce, she died. But she had 3 sons and probably 2 daughters between 2 husbands, I think. And she ended up taking care of all 5 of her kids at different times, different situations, whatever. But the 3 boys, I think, 2 of the boys and one of the girls stayed with her. And she was having all kinds of trouble. Okay. One of her boys, I don't remember if he actually got killed by the police or he got shot by the police, but I know he got shot. I don't know if he died when he got shot or if he actually was dead. But when the other son started doing crime, she actually went to the police and told the police every little thing she knew about him because she knew that she can't fight with him and keep him in jail. I mean, she knows that she can't fight with him at home. I'm sorry. She can't fight with him at home. She's not strong enough. She's just a little tiny, chubby lady. Got these big sons. Telling them what to do. Most of the time, they don't listen. So when she found out when the one older kid was out there doing things that the other kid was doing and got shot. She sent the cops looking for him. And when they finally caught him in a crime, she didn't, you know. And when he did a crime, when he got out and he did another crime, he was beating on his girlfriend or something like that. He was doing like 10, 20 years. Whatever he did, I don't know what it was, but he was doing almost 20 years. You know what she said? She said, "Praise the Lord. I know where he's at. And he can't do any damage to anybody anymore that ain't being done to himself. I'd rather him be in prison where I know where he's at than to be out here on the street and harming people and I don't know where he's at. I'd rather him be in prison." Okay. I think the first kid that got shot did die. I'm pretty sure she lost, if I remember correctly, because I remember when she was telling me her speech, she brought up the fact that she'd rather see him. I think she brought up the fact that um she'd rather him be in prison than to end up like his little brother. Okay. And I think the one that got killed was younger than the other one that went to prison. Um but she told me that speech. She said, "I know where he's at. I'd rather him be there than to be dead." Okay. Even though people get in fights in prison, I know a guy right now, real close to my family, that my side family anyway, that is in prison, got longer term in prison because he nearly killed somebody in prison. People that he knew on the street that he didn't get along with happened to be in the same jail together and ended up getting in a fight. I thought them days were over, but no, they still, you know, at least in the lunch area, stay out of. Don't eat lunch if you're in prison. Don't eat lunch. Don't eat lunch. Ask if you can ask for room service. Don't eat lunch in the cafeteria. Somebody gonna jack you up. Okay, my little butt, they're gonna come after me in the cafeteria. I'm gonna be eating lunch real fast. Get up from the table and put my tray away. Okay, I don't before anybody start. And if anybody say anything, hey, dude, I wear hearing aids. I'm kind of deaf, man. I can't hear you. You know, so I don't get angry and get up in nobody's face and end up doing more time, or they end up doing more time. Well, they need to do more time if that's what's in their heart. That's when they're within their brain. They need to do more time. Okay, but the point is, I'm not trying to hold you long. But the thing is, um, you got to be stupid. I mean, if we didn't already own guns, we need them now. And I don't think it's good enough for law abiding citizens to just be concealed. I think we need to go back to the days when people can be strapped and everybody knows they're strapped. I guarantee you, if everybody was open carry where you can see their gun on them, I guarantee you there would be less crime. Now that's y'all ain't thinking. You Democrats don't think. Y'all don't think like that. And I guarantee you, feels like someone's always walking past my door. Um, and I know there's a weirdo upstairs that does. Um, everybody, if everybody was strapped, okay, I guarantee you there'd be less crime. If every time you step foot out of your house, you were strapped, okay, I guarantee you crime would start to come down, especially as women are strapped, okay? Because let's say a woman's on the train and a guy's looking at her the wrong way, but she's strapped. And then he knows that she's strapped. He can see the gun. You think he's gonna try to rape her? You think that woman that got raped outside of Philadelphia not too long ago, if she was smart enough to walk around strapped and legal enough to walk around strapped, you think that boy would have raped her? That's just like at work right now. Now I don't carry a gun, but I carry other weapons. I have other weapons on me. I have all the weapons. Gun is the only thing I'm not allowed to carry. We're not allowed to carry guns on us on our job. We're security officers. But when I'm wearing my suit coat over my uniform, over my belt, people don't know that I'm armed. When I have my suit coat off, people are more respectful because they know that I'm not alone. Don't look at my height, look at my belt. I do have a tool belt on, okay? Not a gun on it. But you didn't come here, you didn't come here, okay, to go blind. Okay? So, you know, let's stop giving the officer a hard time and let's move on. And I've been outside and I've seen people watching and looking and you know, instead of looking at me, instead of looking at my height, they're looking right here at my belt. And if I go out there and I say, please don't smoke, it's a lot different when they can't tell that I'm armed. But when I go out there without a coat, they look right here and they say, okay, officer. Most of the time when I got my coat on, they can't see I'm armed. They'll give me we can't smoke. Oh, and I turn my back and go right back to smoking in the same spot. You know, um, it and that's just you know that's just pepper spray and a few other things I'm not going to mention about. Okay, um, but it's not a gun. Now, um, if a guy had a knife on him or something, and I told him not to smoke, he might be different. Especially if he's not a guest, he might be a little bit belligerent in one fight. But most of the time, if people believe that you have some kind of backup, that's my point. If people believe that you have some kind of backup other than your little tiny self or your little lady self or even your big self when you approaching a guy your size, okay? People are less likely to continue to come after you, especially if you know how to carry yourself and you put some space between you and the criminal. Okay. Last time a guy wanted to fight me, I pushed him out of my face and I made sure he stayed over there. He understood that to come back in this little spark space right here, I will defend myself. Cross this line, we're gonna fight. So what did he do? He waited till I thought the thing was over. Okay. And then he ran up behind me while I was inside the building around who? The officer. He gonna get because he knows he might be able to sneak one in while the officer's trying to break it up. But I let him know outside I was very firm. You don't get in my face, bro. And he was a big dude. Okay. Um, I was surprised that he didn't just hit me. But obviously he was a coward. He big guy like that, he just hit me. But he wanted to fight. He wanted, but see, this is the problem with this guy's here. This guy's 20 some years old, but he still acts like he's in high school or middle school because he thinks that I have to provoke him. He's the angry one. He's the one that got up in my face, but yet he thinks I have to provoke him to swing. I have to hit him first. Well, if I've done a crime that you do, you can hit me first. But obviously, he was a coward. Okay. Because he knew I was ready for him, and I should have just, you know, finished my discipline when he walked inside. Instead of me, the officer didn't know what was going on. I should have let him know. The dude was escorted off the property. Why is he still here? Okay. And that would have been that, but I felt to say that, and so it ran into a scene. Because I forgot. I was so shocked that he was still here. I'm like, oh my God. And I forgot my train of thought. I forgot that. Hold up. Didn't I tell you to go home? Okay. But I forgot that, hey, I told you to go home. If I tell you to go home, this officer calls his lieutenant, and you're out that door before you can make it to this one. Okay. So because they're right there in the office. So um, but what happened was I went outside. I was, when I came back when I was leaving, this is why I had to um this is why I couldn't bring a weapon to the hospital. Is because if he had went outside to the bus stop, which was off the hospital property, he tried to wait for me, but they made sure he didn't. But had he waited for me and met me outside at the bus stop, he'd have got shot because I was concealing. And when I told the officers on my way to the bus stop, oh, he ain't gonna follow me. I hope he don't follow me to the bus stop because I got something special for him if he come out here and do that. They took it that I was concealed. So, and that means that I'm bringing guns on the property. So We weren't allowed to bring guns on property there either, so I had to put my gun up. And so, at that job, because we already had our property police, we weren't even allowed to carry pepper spray on the job. For the homeless people to come in there and start in trouble and stuff like that, we weren't even allowed to carry pepper spray. Because we had our own hospital police and we were subcontracted, so we were not the family, we were the subcontractor. So only the family cops get to carry weapons. So, but they did a good job in making sure that things were handled once they understood that this is not a black situation. Okay, this is this jerk that been getting on your nerves. Now he's getting on my nerves, and because I'm telling him he can go home now, he's not. He didn't like this little midget telling him what to do. He didn't like this little midget telling him, okay, I'm sending you home. Just grab your stuff and go home. I had enough of you for today. You ain't doing squat, but wasting my time. He wanted to hurt me. Got in my face. Got pushed out of my face. He felt like I punked him because I pushed him out of my face and sent him home. So he came after me for round two. After round two, he tried to wait on me. And I made sure, escort him off the property this time and make sure he don't come back. And my fear was that he was going to wait on me, but there was a 4-hour stretch between the time that I sent him home and the time that I'm going home. So if he's dumb enough to wait on me, yeah, I am in trouble. How do I know he ain't got a gun? Don't. Like I said in the last live stream, we all are at risk in situations like this. We're all at risk. But if I get attacked again, it's going to take some court situations for me to ever be, especially in Pittsburgh, especially downtown Pittsburgh, without a concealed firearm. At least a concealed firearm. It's going to take a lot of law. Okay? But I know too many cases of where guns save people's lives. Okay? And I know a guy right now that I work with, right now as I'm speaking. He was in a situation where some guy was going to attack him, and this guy had backup. He pulled his gun. And this is the bad thing. When he pulled his gun, the guy didn't care. You run into psychos like this. So he put his gun up in the air and shot it in the air. Now the people that were with him was like, we gotta go. So they grabbed him. Come on, man, let's go. And everybody spread out like roaches. The innocent people, as well as the bad guys. What was he supposed to do? He ended up going to court for this because he was considered acting like a terrorist in a crowd of innocent people. There were just as many evil people there as there was innocent. He'd rather the guy understand, okay, all y'all people running like roaches, nobody got hurt. But if he had a shot this guy, okay, that would have been one down for acting like a fool. For trying to act like something you ain't gonna do. You just trying to scare me. Okay? So, but I do believe in closing that we do need to have strict gun laws. Gun laws that say, oh, somebody got to be so many feet from your home and all this stuff. No, if you allow me to carry a gun outside my house at all, You got to change that law, okay? Because I might be out there washing my car. He might be doing damage. Now I wouldn't shoot nobody. Now let me tell you the Republicans' view of gun ownership and gun law. I would never shoot somebody for um first of all, a crime that I was not there for, even if it was a crime done. I mean, I've had men, put their hands on members of my family. I did not go looking for them. I sent the cops for them, and it wasn't until they'd done the same crime to other people that they finally got caught and arrested. But I've never went after anybody. This is why I told my stepdaughter when I got mugged, don't be sending your friends and cousins after this guy. Okay, these three boys that mugged me. Let it go. Let the cops do their job. Okay. Um, but I would never shoot somebody for a crime that's already been done. Okay. Maybe I should, but I'll let the cops do that. Okay. Um, I would never, and I don't care what the crime is. If you got away with it, then I'm gonna be looking for you and I'm gonna be watching for you. I'm not gonna go looking for somebody after they've already got away with crime because you don't know what I'm walking into and you don't know what I'm gonna end up in court wise if I go do that. Okay. I would never shoot somebody for something they said to me. I don't care what you say to me. I don't care what you say to me about me, my girlfriend, my wife, my daughter, my son, anybody, my mama. Say what you ever you want to say. That's not worth anybody getting shot. Okay? I would never shoot somebody for threatening me verbally. Just like the guy that went to jail. He's in jail. The guy that threatened my whole family over my stepdaughter. My stepdaughter wanted me to give her my gun. She's not a registered gun owner, so I wasn't going to do that. And you're not allowed to give your gun to other gun owners. If they're a registered gun owner, they can get their own gun. Okay. I told her no, I'm not going to do that. And he did. She knew he was coming back, and he did come in there and break in her home and steal stuff and almost injuring his newborn baby. Had I been in her house, I would have shot him because I would never go back to her house without being armed, knowing that this guy wanted to hurt me and my family. But had I been in her home, he'd have been dead at the time. Because once he threatened my whole family over the phone, I was never ever going to go around him unarmed ever again. Okay? And that's the way most of us Republicans are. We're not out here to give guns to people that don't deserve them. I don't give guns to people in my own family to protect themselves. Okay? If I feel that you need protection, I'll come over there and protect you myself because I'm armed. I'm not going to give you my gun. And at that time, well, yeah, I was open carry. Was I open carry at that time? I don't remember if I was even open carry at that time. I don't remember if I was open carry at that time. Oh, and another reason why I don't carry my guns on me right now is because I didn't renew my license. I have to renew my gun license. I haven't renewed it. I have not renewed it. And so I don't want that coming up. Okay. Um, but I think I'll close there. That's enough. Um, just I think what is going on, the idea of taking guns off of law-abiding citizens is done. I don't care for the 20% out of maybe 100%. Okay, it ain't even 20%. I say 10% that might do crazy things with their guns because they own them, or sell their guns when they buy so many guns, sell them into the black market or whatever. Okay, because they know they don't need all those guns, you know. But I would never do that, and I believe I can count probably 500 people to stand with me within my proximity or whatever, my vicinity, however you pronounce that, okay, that would not do that either. We don't know who's telling the truth because that's a criminal offense. But yes, we run a risk at letting people have guns, period. But we run a bigger risk because what? Okay, somebody come at me with a meat cleaver. What am I supposed to do? Somebody twice, if a little woman, a little tiny woman, is getting punched. If can a little tiny woman like this small and a guy this big, can he kill her? Can a man kill another man with his bare hands? Can a man kill a little tiny woman with his bare hands? Are there not people that have belts in martial arts that are criminals? Not only is having a legal firearm your your daddy that went with you and your boss and your power and your little friend, but it is your right. It is your right, and it if it's your right, regardless, it's your right. Why? It's not because of the Constitution. It's not because of First Amendment, Second Amendment, and all the amendments. The reason why it's your right to carry a firearm is because crime is right next door to you. Crime is always desiring you. Crime is all around you. And if you have anything, crime is there to take it away from you. If you have a beautiful marriage, crime is there to come in and mess that marriage up. If you got lovely children that are good children that are doing the right thing, crime is there to wreck your family. Crime is there to kick you out of school. Crime is there to make you quit school. Crime is there when you're getting on the bus, when you're getting on the train. You can't go outside at night because of crime. I don't care what neighborhood you live in. God help you if you got to go outside at night. And every time, I'm going to say it one more time, every time you shoot a criminal, you shot that knucklehead for me, for you, for your mama, your daddy, your child, the people you work with, the people in your community, the people downtown, the people that ride the subway, the bus, whatever. When you shoot that bastard, you shot him for all of us. Because once a guy does a crime and gets away with it, this is Bible. It's in your Bible. Because the how's the Bible say? Because the crime of a foolish person is not dealt with speedily, the Bible says. He is set in his heart to continue to constantly do evil. Once a person does a crime and gets away with it, he's going to keep on doing it. This is our right to have guns. Because once a person does a crime and gets away with it, he's going to keep on doing it. That's common sense and that's Bible. Okay? But like my friend, I just talking to him last week on the phone while I was eating lunch. Once you get shot, because he got shot. Once you get shot, next time you're gonna think about it. You're gonna think about your anger before you walk into something. Once you get shot, you're gonna think about your anger, and you're gonna think about how you want to respond to people that you don't like, people that you hate, people that you're jealous of, or whatever. people that you wish they give you a few bucks or whatever. And I'm going to say one more thing, along with guns. Like them two people that ate pizza outside down somewhere here in Pittsburgh. It was downtown somewhere. Some homeless guy walked up to them and asked for a slice of pizza. And the dude said, "No, man, we just bought enough for ourselves." It was a medium pizza, and one of them was heavy set. And him and his girlfriend sitting there eating a pizza outside, kind of dumb in my opinion. He said, "Let me get a slice of that pizza." He said, you should have got us earlier, because, she's got the last piece, and this lad, she's got that piece. This here is mine. You know, sorry, bud. I mean, we could go boom, 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 boom. Pulled a gun out of nowhere and just shot him. Killed him. Killed the one, injured the other one. So, you got to have wisdom around guns. I wouldn't, if you have a gun, last thing I would do is want to get killed while I'm armed. And if someone's going to fight me, attack me in any kind of way, walk up on me or any kind of way, you just got shot, because I'm not going to let you hit me or do anything to me while I have a gun on me. Why? Because I'm responsible. If you're going to rob me, obviously you're going to rob my gun too. If you're going to bully me, then you're obviously going to want my gun. If you're going to get smart with me, obviously it's going to turn to violence. I have to protect not only myself, but that gun from getting into the hands of a criminal. So therefore, I might have to pull it on you before I play this game with this situation that I feel might be non-threatening. Because I have to protect that gun from leaving my side or leaving my bag or whatever. Because I don't know what this is about. Okay. And if I feel I'm in a situation where somebody wants to fight me or hurt me or anything, I have to walk away from the fight. And I have to make sure the person is insistent on hurting me, because I have to protect, okay, not only myself, but this gun from leaving my side. And I believe that's one of the ways that people have gotten a hold of illegal guns, is by attacking people that are afraid to use them, going in people's homes, breaking into people's homes when they're not home. And, woohoo, this dumb idiot is dumb enough to leave a gun open. And that's another thing you shouldn't do. If you leave your house, your gun should not be sitting on a bedboard or on your bed or under your pillow or someplace that is not locked, or where somebody can go in there and just get your gun. Now, if you want to come home every day and pull your gun out of the safe or pull it out of the lock closet or whatever, okay, that's fine. If I was driving right now, I would always have my gun with me in the car. And when I go in the house at night, I'm strapped. And I lock the gun up or have it right next to my bed, and then the gun's on me. The guys I know that have the most success with guns and, have never had to shoot anybody. They had pulled a gun, but they haven't had to shoot anybody. These guys have their guns on them at all times. When they walk into a hospital, they lock their gun up because it's always on them. The only time they don't have their guns on them is when they get on a plane. If they get on the train, the bus, taking a jog, walking, whatever they're doing, they got their guns on. Because that is what happens when you own a gun. You have to have your guns either on you or locked up someplace where you know people can't get to them, because you don't want the guns getting into the hands of the wrong place. If your gun is in your house, someone break into your house, they got your gun. That's the first thing they're going to grab. Before they grab any money or anything else, or any food, or any, I don't care if you got diamonds sitting on your dresser. They see that gun, that's the first thing they're going to grab. For two reasons. Because number two, they don't want you waltzing up in there and surprising them. Whether you got a gun or you going for that one. They're going to get that out of the situation. So I am DeRoy Cruz. I am your life applications officer. We need to think about being more guns and more people strapped than we need to be thinking about taking guns off of law-abiding citizens. Okay? The stupidest thing ever. God bless you. Thank you for watching. And sorry it took so long, but this is a big topic. Okay? Talk to you soon again.